What's up guys, it's Mike for SimRacing604 and today I'm going to do just a quick video on setting your FOV or field of view in Automobilista 2. Having your view set correctly is something that's commonly held as a means of making new sim racers faster, and also a sim rig with single or triple monitors with the field of view set correctly is more realistic looking and natural feeling. The goal of the in-game field of view setting is to ensure the game is giving you a realistic view based on how far you are away from the computer screen and how big the screen is. So as you can hopefully see, the field of view is something that needs to be set on an individual basis. It's calculated based on your single or triple monitor size, the aspect ratio of the display, and how far away you sit from the monitor in front of you. So if you're setting up the field of view for the first time, take a few moments and double check the monitor size, which should be something like 24 inches, 27 inches, 32 inches, and this is the approximate diagonal length of the display. And while you're double checking those specs, be sure to verify the aspect ratio. It's likely 16 by 9, but in some cases you may be 21 by 9 or 4 by 3. And next, use a ruler or measuring tape to get the distance from your eyes to the center of your screen when you're in the regular seated position. Once you have those numbers, you can head over to one of the calculators linked in the description to this video, and Automobilista 2 uses a horizontal field of view value, or HFOV, which was used in Project Cars 2. So if you know the value used with that title, you can simply reuse it in AMS2. And a question I often get asked is whether the field of view must be set perfectly. The short answer is no. It's a widely held sentiment that having your field of view set correctly gives you the best sense of speed on straights and, more importantly, depth of field while cornering, and in turn can potentially make you faster and more consistent. But with that said, if the correct field of view setting isn't working for you for some reason, you can change it up or down a little bit to suit your liking with little effect on your on-track performance. One of the main reasons someone might change their field of view away from the ideal is because part of the dash or maybe the mirrors are cut off. Good news on that front. Like many sims, AMS2 allows you to assign hotkeys to your wheel or keyboard to move the seat forward, back, up, down, or even change the pitch. And moving the seat doesn't affect the degrees of field of view that you've set, only what's included in that view. So, from within Automobilista 2, we can simply go into the options menu and navigate to the FOV slider. And from here, it's just a matter of choosing the value we derive from the calculator. And again, if you start turning laps and hate the field of view in game, you can revisit this and make some small adjustments to get the field of view to your liking. And don't forget, if you have hotkeys assigned for the seat assignment, you may be able to correct the view while maintaining the most realistic field of view. So to conclude the video, setting the field of view properly will be a very important part of setting up Automobilista 2. Take a few minutes to get the specs on your monitor, measure the distance you sit from that monitor, and run these numbers through a calculator to greatly increase the immersion and realism, and possibly even make you a little bit faster or more consistent on the track. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. And just a quick addendum here, guys. I've had a few of you asking for my video settings, so I figured this is a good opportunity. So as far as performance, I've basically got everything on Ultra, as you can see here. You can check the specs of my PC in the description to this video. I keep grass and particle level to low. I find those just kind of bog down the system unnecessarily. I don't pay a lot of attention to either, so keep those to low. The rest is pretty much on Ultra as far as car detail, track detail. So that's where I'm at. So I don't, my PC was built in early 2017 and it gets excellent FPS even with these high and ultra settings. And visual effects, I keep a lot of this on. No vignetting, of course. I just don't like the look of it. But everything else appears to be turned on. Interior sun flare I turn off. And then finally, the camera settings. Yeah, so world movement, it's at 50 by default. I turned it down just a little bit. You can see in the video, if you go back to the footage from this video, you can see a lot of pitching of the car when I'm going up and down hills, and that was at 50. I turned it down to 39. It seems a little bit better, seems a little bit more natural. So yeah, that's it. And one more quick note here. As far as the field of view settings that I mentioned earlier, you can set them for any view. I choose to race from the cockpit camera, but you can configure your bumper cam, bonnet cam, etc., to your liking. And this field of view speed sensitivity, I used it sometimes in Project Cars 2, and what that does is just basically adjust the field of view to give you supposedly better depth perception. I found it really kind of off-putting after racing with it for very long. So it's an interesting setting, but it's hard to get used to, especially when you're jumping back and forth between other sims. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks, guys.